Hello grade 3, this is week 7 and this is your worksheet on consolidating reading skills. So you're going to be practicing and working on the same reading skills as the last week in week 6 and strengthening and enhancing your reading skills. This text is called The Legend of the Elf-Wind. Let's see how it starts. I'm going to read the first passage again and look at some of the questions with you before you get started. Ave was walking in the fens on her own. It was a flat, harsh landscape, stretching as far as the eye could see, with miles of brown fields and grey skies that seemed never-ending. Ave had been here plenty of times before, delivering messages or tending the land. Sometimes she could walk for hours without spotting another human being. It could be bleak, but over time, Ave had developed a form of love for the place. It didn't ask anything from her. It treated her as an equal. There was a certain beauty to the stillness of the fens that she'd never known growing up in the house. A peacefulness that even now seemed so strange. Today was different. For a start, she was out after 6. She was never out after 6. It was forbidden. The wind was biting and the mists had begun to roll in from the sea. She was still 3 miles from her adopted home, Oberon's Keep, and it was getting dark. Her master would not be happy. She wrapped her scarf tightly around her head, bending into the wind as the rains lashed her hands and body. She prayed that her master would understand, hoping beyond hope that he would be merciful this time. But at the back of her mind, she hoped the stories of the creatures were true. This is a lovely bit of writing, and it seems like we might be going into some supernatural and fantastical things in this story. The main character is Ave, and she is walking in the fens. Okay, and there's a picture of what the fens might look like. Question 1 says, find and copy 2 facts about the fens from the first paragraph. So it wants 2 facts about the fens from the first paragraph. So the first paragraph is here, so we know we're looking for our answer in here. Now, I'll give you one answer. We can find it together. So let's start from the start. Ave was walking in the fens on her own, and we want a fact about the fens. It was a flat, harsh landscape. There we go. There's your first fact about the fens. It was a flat, harsh landscape. So you can write that here. And then you can find your second fact again in this first paragraph. Question 2. Tending the land. How else could the author have written this phrase? Well, first we need to understand what tending the land means. Do you know what tending the land means? Tending the land means working the land, basically. Yeah? When you tend to something, you look after it. So it seems that Ave's job might have something to do with looking after this landscape, the fens that she loves so much. So how else could we write tending the land? Well, you could write looking after the land. Okay. Now again you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages this week. And the last question ends with, retell the main points of this text in 3 sentences. So similar to the blurb from last week, but you just need to write 3 main points, or the 3 main points of the text in 3 sentences. Good luck with the rest of the questions and enjoy the reading.